Hi everyone, and thanks for tuning in. My name is T, and today I want to talk about something that almost no Australians have heard of, but absolutely should have. It's a little known company called Cosreci that is short for Church of Scientology Religious Education College Incorporated. Bit of a mouthful, I know, but what Cosreci is doing is no small matter. It's a big deal and it affects you, me, and every Australian taxpayer. So let's start with the basics. So Cosreci is a Scientology-run corporation that's registered here in Australia as a charity. But the thing is, it doesn't actually do any charity work in Australia. It doesn't run soup kitchens. It doesn't help disaster relief. It doesn't serve Aussie communities in any way. Instead, it's operating completely out of the United Kingdom. Why are the UK operations of Scientology being run out through an Australian charity? That's the question I've been asking. And the more I've looked into it, the worse it gets. It's actually registered in Adelaide. What does Cosreci actually do? It owns and runs major Scientology properties in the UK, like St Hill Manor, their spiritual headquarters in East Grinstead, the London Org, the Birmingham Org. So it's all managed on this Australian company. Why? Because Australian charity law is more relaxed in some ways. So Scientology doesn't have charitable status in the UK. So they found a loophole and they're doing it through Australia. So it's very dodgy. So it gives Cosreci tax exemptions and financial protections without requiring them to actually benefit the Australian public. So Cosreci is operating overseas, but enjoying all the benefits of being an Australian charity without giving anything back to Australians. It's not just unfair, it's an abuse of the system. So we are carrying the burden. Aussies are carrying the burden of the UK operations, which is very cheeky. Now, let's talk about the money, because this is where things get really suspicious. In 2022, Cosreci reported $26.5 million in revenue, all from overseas. But they also reported $143 million in debt. That's a charity with $143 million of debt. And most of that debt happens to be owed to the Church of Scientology International, which is based in the US, as we know. It doesn't sound like a charity, does it? It's a financial funnel. It's a way of using huge amounts of money from the UK through Australia and then back to the US. So this should be setting off alarm bells. Now, this has been going on for around 25 years. I live in Australia. I pay taxes here, and I believe, like a lot of you probably do, that if an organisation gets tax breaks in this country, they should be doing something for Australians. But Cosreci doesn't. They're using our laws to benefit themselves somewhere else. And we're basically helping them dodge scrutiny and shuffle money, and we're not getting anything in return. So I've decided to do something about it. I have started launching a campaign for an inquiry into Cosreci by ACNC. So I don't know if you've seen on my various social medias. I've got it on Instagram, Facebook, on YouTube, on my community posts and stuff. I think I've put it on Twitter as well. So please, if you would like to help out, because this could be massive. This would, if they end up deregistering Cosreci, this will really, really affect the operations in the UK. You're talking 23 to 25 years of alleged, could be money laundering. We have to look into it a bit more. So yeah, please do sign. Signatures from anywhere counts, because it shows the interest in it, So it's an Australian registered company. It would still be good if we can get as many signatures as possible to show our interest in it, and that it's not okay, just to get as many eyes on it as possible. So please share and sign if you wish. I've also written a formal letter to the Australian Charities and Not-for-Profits Commission, which is the ACNC, asking them to investigate Cosreci and whether it deserves to remain registered as a charity here. I've launched a petition. That's what my posts are about, calling for it to be deregistered. So, because if we let these organisations go unchecked, it damages the entire system. Real charities that are helping homeless people, refugees, disaster victims, they have to follow strict rules. And these guys are hiding millions behind a loophole. If we get this done, if we manage to get it deregistered, Scientology will lose one of its major financial pipelines. So this could be huge. They'll have a lot harder of a time operating in the UK. It could disrupt ownerships of their properties, slow their money flows, and force them into the open. So that's why this matters so much. It isn't about attacking anyone's beliefs. I just want to make that clear. It's about financial accountability and fair use of taxpayer-supported charity status. So I've designed some flyers. I've ordered all the supplies because I actually used to have a little printing business, and I've ordered all the supplies to make a heap of flyers. And I'm going to go around canvassing. I'm going to go maybe a different suburb every week, and I'm going to go around putting it in people's letterboxes, maybe knocking on doors, talking to them about it. And I encourage people to do the same. In fact, if people would like some of these leaflets, I am willing to print out hundreds, thousands, however many I need to. And if people just pay the postage, I can send them to you in Australia, and you can distribute them in your area, because I really want to get this done. This is major. This is major. We need as many Aussies on board as possible. So if you would like a bundle of flyers to put around in your state, wherever you are, let's get as many Aussie taxpayers on the go as we can, So yeah, just email me at perthaudit@gmail.com. I have changed the name of my channel to A Voice Down Under. Some of you may have noticed that I have slowly been transitioning from Perth Scientology Audit to A Voice Down Under. I think it sounds a bit more professional, and it also opens it up for me to talk about other cults and other things that are going on. Okay, so in the United Kingdom, Scientology operates through an Australian registered charity named Church of Scientology Religious Education College Incorporated, Cosreci. However, when they applied and were rejected for charity status in 1999 in the UK, they did it under another entity, Church of Scientology, England and Wales. It appears there are a number of currently active Scientology shell companies related or linked to their UK operations. Some key people linked to these registrations include Janet Levert, head of OSA and current managing director of Scientology in the UK, and Graham Wilson, who's current head of OSA in the UK, and the Hodkin family, which is a team of lawyers for Scientology in the UK. So interestingly, there appears to be a mixture of for-profit and non-profit, limited by guarantee, organisations registered with Companies House. This raises the question of whether it presents a conflict of interest for a Sea Org executive such as Graham Wilson to benefit personally as the director of a private company whilst holding an executive position in a Scientology non-profit. So it explains it all here anyway. It's not just about Scientology. This is Aussie taxpayers, and Aussies, we don't mess around with our money, and we don't want people fucking us about with our taxes. It's bad enough as it is. I think everyone everywhere is like that. You muck around with people's money. So yeah, major campaign going on. Please get on board. If you'd like to help out with materials and stuff like that, I've got all my links on my channel description for my link tree, buy me a coffee and all that stuff. Also, some more amazing news in the Southern Hemisphere. So if anybody has seen Miriam's Substack lately, there is some fantastic news. So we're really making some progress here down under. So an inquiry is being launched into cults in Australia. So this is a Victorian inquiry. So an inquiry into the recruitment methods and impacts of cults and organised fringe groups. So this is huge. This is amazing. Today, the Parliament of Victoria has officially announced its inquiry, which focuses on coercive control by groups. The Legislative Assembly Legal and Social Issues Committee outlined their intentions for this inquiry. What we're focused on are those groups that use techniques that can harm individuals emotionally, psychologically, financially, or even physically. So this is amazing. You can, as an Australian, to make a submission, you complete this form, or you can write your concerns about Scientology or any other cult, any other high control group. So any member of the Australian public can make a submission anywhere in Australia, not just Victoria, as far as I'm aware. But also, if you are an ex-member, you can share your experience. It's on my post, in my community post, but I'll put it on the description of this video as well. It's amazing, absolutely amazing. Yeah, so 2 huge inquiries. We'll hopefully get an inquiry into Cosreci. I think, yeah, definitely. So I would love, love, love your help to get this inquiry launched. It would be absolutely fantastic. If not, we can do our own inquiry and put the findings to them, perhaps. If anyone, you've got any financial forensic people out there that would like to help look into it. Yeah, it could be huge. It could be huge. So I would appreciate any help with that. Anyone wants to get involved, again, please email me. So this is the corporate structure in the UK. This is again from Alex's site. You can see it on there. It's pretty small. I can't see it at the moment. But it shows the network of all of their kind of shell companies and stuff. And I'm sure we have similar going on here in Australia, which I did start investigating months ago. I've known about this Cosreci thing since I first started. The first time I mentioned it was actually on Poe and the Go's channel. Let's get this going. I'd love some backup from my Aussie crew. That'd be amazing. So thank you. You're going to go and hassle everyone in the neighborhoods, even if everyone just does the neighborhood around them, you know. And if you can't afford postage, I will do my best to, you know, send some out for free if I can. I'll see what my finances are like and see how many I can send out. But definitely, please do sign the petition anyway, even if you're not in Australia. It just shows, you know, voices from all around the world to show the interest in, you know, that it's not okay. So the info is to Alex's site explaining about it a bit more. And then obviously you scan that to go to the petition. I am not a leader of anything. We are not a group. We are all individuals that are concerned about the abuses that go on within Scientology. If you would like some of these flyers printed out, I can send out, I don't know, I mean, how many would you want? Please get on board. We really need to get this on the go. It's very important. I mean, you're talking tens of millions. Let's get amongst it. Let's do this, guys. It's serious. It's taking the piss, mate, you know, Aussie taxpayers' money. And we're not going to stand for it. Sign a petition. It takes 30 seconds and it sends a clear message to the ACNC that Australians are watching. Share the video. The more eyes on this, it's harder for them to keep flying under the radar. Contact your local MP. Ask them to look into Cosreci's charity status and whether our laws are being exploited. And help distribute leaflets if you're up for it. And I can send you digital copies that you can print at home, or you can hand them out at community events. You can maybe stand at a train station and do it, or put them in the letterboxes in your local neighborhood or whatever. I mean, I'm just little old me, but together we can make a real presence and put some pressure on them, you know. And again, it isn't about religion. It's about holding powerful organizations accountable and making sure our charity system is used to help people, not funnel millions overseas with no, you know, getting away with it. It's been operating for decades under the radar. So not anymore. And if it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button. I guess until next time, keep asking questions and keep pushing back and keep using your voice. Bye.
We stand together, we stand as one.